Welcome to Alpha Power Pro. I'm Chris Schaefer here with Greg Menegas. We're going to go over the importance of an assessment today, not only in fitness but also other things in life, nutrition, etc. Assessments in our program, we have a few for our different programs. What's the importance of them?
Well, the assessment gives you that baseline. Everyone likes to have something tangible that they can fall back and say, oh, okay, I've done this, I've gotten better, I've gotten worse. You know, we need that baseline, that tangible part of it. We're all about the intangible, feeling better, performing better, stuff that you really, there's a lot of non-measurables that we find more importance in at Alpha Power Pro. But we need, as human beings, we need some type of baseline, some gauge as to, all right, I'm doing this for a reason. All of our programs, whether it be the athletic conditioning, dynamic mobility, or the employee wellness, you need that baseline. You need to see why you're putting in your efforts. And they come. You put in the work, you put in the time, you do what you're supposed to do. You have no choice but to get better with this program.
Yeah. So in our program we have our assessments, which is obviously physical, more of the workout and the amount of reps and things you get. What other things should you be taking assessments in your life? Maybe stress levels, sleep, nutrition, etc.
Yeah, this is one peg in the wheel, one spoke in the wheel of the whole picture. Like you said, there's sleep, there's nutrition, you know, all these different aspects that kind of encompass a whole life. You can't just work out and decide, well, I can eat crap because I'm working out so hard. You know, it doesn't work that way. Your body eventually is going to be unforgiving. You know, so what usually happens, and we've seen it with our clients, if one thing gets better, the next thing gets better. The regimen and following, you know, some form of plan, every aspect gets better. So when you start working out better, you want to eat a little bit better. You want to perform better. And that only happens not only doing the exercises, it's sleeping better, it's eating better, it's relaxing, learning to have some downtime as well. You know, we're in a go, go, go society. Great, and you want to achieve and do everything else. Take the time for yourself. Do the program, plan out meals, get to bed on time. Don't waste all your time on these devices and all as much. Just try to relax and live your life.
Let me ask you this. This is a big thing I have with clients or anything. Let's say you set up an assessment and you have something and you come back and check it. What happens if you don't achieve, you know, any progress or something at that time?
Well, then you have to assess what you've been doing, because truly, there has, unless you've been hurt, unless there's an injury or you were sick during half the program, you know, you should be getting better. You know, I always assess myself. Every so often I'll assess myself and go, geez, I didn't get better. Well, what did I do wrong? You know, it's not necessarily it's really never really the program. You know, if you put in the time, assess the whole picture. What have you been doing? If you're sleeping 4 hours a night, you may not get better. You know, you're beating yourself down at that point. So, you know, if you're eating once a day when you should be eating 4, 5, 6 times a day, especially as an athlete, you know, the more you eat, the better. You know, these are the things that you have to reassess. It's not the assessment, it's not the program. Look at the whole picture, because the improvement should always be coming.
Of course. For anyone in our programs, or 3 programs that we have, what are some things they should be assessing?
Well, geez, with the...
Keep it under 10. No.
Yeah. All of these things, they're going to assess power output and recovery ability. They're going to test your total power, your ability to, like longevity, as far as what you can do over an extended period, and how well you recover between sets. You know, if there's a weakness, it will show during these assessments, because we try to hit a little bit of everything. Linear movement, upper, lower body, multi-joint, rotation, in all of them. And if there's a weakness, you'll be able to spot it, and then you can really work on it. That's the nice part. The tangible part will enable you to work on weakness. We all like our strengths. You know, we all love to play to our strengths, which is fine. But if you truly want that whole health ability, you have to work to your weakness. You have to make your weaknesses stronger. Then your strengths will get even better.
Yeah. And we've created the assessments for our program for the numbers, the workout and things, and that's what you're talking about, and get better. Should our members or people doing our program, should they do anything else with assessments? I mean, we always preach it that it's not just the physical part. Should they be assessing other parts, and what should they be assessing, if so?
Yeah, the physical parts are maybe a third of it. I like to think the mind, body, spirit, right? We assess the other parts of your life as well. The numbers should take care of themselves. Be consistent, get decent sleep, eat decently, the numbers will take care of themselves. The parts that we all have to work on, the mind, the spirit, being able to relax, being able to handle stresses. We all have stresses in our lives. How do we handle them? That's the key. We can't eliminate these stresses most of the time. It's how each individual is going to handle that stress that's going to dictate their happiness.
Absolutely. So that's the assessment, guys. If you have any questions, you have any other things you'd like us to talk about even in more depth, maybe nutrition or something like that, let us know. And again, it's Chris and Greg here. Thanks, guys.